what was going on in my life. I know I was going to school, and I knew I had to call the teachers in the school and let them know what was going on. And I think that's about all I remember. Yeah, that's about all I remember. But from that point, once I awoke, and then I still was in my grief, I just wasn't in that zoned out phase, and it was still a year, about a year, or maybe a little bit longer, until I again discovered the process of grief and what that looks like. So the denial process, all of that I went through, and you're right, it is a back and forth thing. I think anytime, but for me, I feel like grief is a natural human emotions. It's just all in one, and it's so today for us, my purpose for having Miss Monique here is, for one, to let you guys know about the services that Mama on a Mission provides, for you to, if you guys see her and what she's doing, please support her. And then also to bring this information about the grief. One of the things that I was thinking when I was thinking upon our topic today is, again, how grief is just a natural human emotion. And so, if you're going through grief, to just be patient with yourself in that process, be patient with the people around you, and take your time.
Really the people around you as well, because it seems as when my son, during his passing, I had a house full of people, planning the funeral. The funeral was over with, everyone's gone. They went back to their normal life. When I'm now trying to figure out my new normal, trying to understand how to move on, how to get to that next step. And that is with an empty, quiet house. So it's a process. And like you said, when you're in your zone, and that was probably a depression area that you probably didn't even realize.
Right.
So understanding that you was probably depressed.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Probably. Yeah.
And that's also one of the stages of being depressed.
Right. It is grief.
Correct.
Yes. One of the stages. So again, can you say those again? Is the now, anger,
bargaining,
which a little bit about the bargaining portion.
Why you bargaining with God? Why you take him? Why you didn't take me? Why you didn't take the other person?
Right.
What happened? Why?
Right.
So you're bargaining with that emotion, and asking questions of somebody else could have. There's people that get shot 7 and 8 times and they still walk away.
Right.
He got shot just once. So why him?
Exactly. Right. And I think with the bargaining, I think that even if the question is answered, because like you mentioned with your son, his homicide is still unsolved, and with I had a total of let me see, maybe about 5 family members that have been homicide, and it may have been unsolved. I know at least 3 of them for sure are unsolved, but honestly, it was just kind of a close-knit type of thing.
It was one too many.
Right. That it was unsolved. And so for me, even if we had known what exactly had happened, that's one question being, like, okay, well, this portion, but then you do still have a range of other questions, like, well, if I had just done this, then maybe it would have changed, or, even something that happened a year ago, if I had done this, then maybe, so yeah, you do question and ask why things go the way that they do. And I think that sometimes those are just questions that you just have to, for me, I think I would say let that part go. What do you think?
I mean, because for me, I wasn't in town. So I'm like, okay, what if I was here? Was something that happened even different?
Right.
I mean, would I be able to access information quicker? Would I be able to communicate with my detective any sooner? Would they be able to get more information sooner? So, but it is also the acceptance. I had to accept that it's not my fault. I had no control of that.
Right.
I had to let things be what they are and move on, or attempt to move on. I'm still trying to move on.
Right. It's a process. It's a process. And my heart definitely goes out to you, because although I lost brothers and cousins and friends, I haven't lost a child. And so, yeah, I just, praise you and admire you for your strength.
Thank you.
Because it takes a lot to do that. And so I wanted to give a little bit of statistics, or not statistics, but actually facts on the homicides in the greater metropolitan area over the last 10 years. So I know that within the last 10 years, we made number 3 for the most homicides in the United States. For the last 10 years, at least 3 times, we came in the number one spot. I want to say the report came out for 2017, and we were number 8 for 2017. But we have always fallen within that top 20%. And if you think about every city in the United States of America, Kansas City, Missouri is coming in 1. And that's ridiculous. Some other reports is that 2017, within the last 5 years, so from 2013 to 2018, we had 608 homicides, you guys. And in 2018 alone, we had 500 bullet to skin contact. So that means that people were grazed, they were shot, and they didn't die, something like that. So the statistics here, or the events and the gun violence, it is rampant.
Right.
And so, coming from a level of compassion and love, and not to really point the finger, because again, that's the purpose of our show, is to help us develop, is to bring empowerment, is to bring awareness to the issues here in Kansas City, to help raise the socioeconomic, status of our listeners and our families. So, but I'm saying that to say, grief is one of the things. Kansas City, I think, even back in when I was growing up, 64130 zip code, we had like so many people. We were number 1 for, I think, sending people to prison in 64130.
Okay.
So for me, I think that us growing up in that environment, in the urban core where violence is rampant, that in a way we become numb to it. It's just normal day to day, and it is not,
It's
so
not okay.
it's not okay, and it's not normal. And so what I'm saying is, we're talking about grief today. So if you didn't know that that's what you were going through, if you didn't know the people that were around you, if that's what they're going through, then that's what we're going through. And so we have to get past that point. And I know how powerful it is to walk through that process, because even going back to talk about the steps of grief, and you talk about that anger portion, I don't know, but I'm gonna be honest, I had my thoughts where I'm like, yeah, okay, well, let's do this, like retaliate,
right,
or just angry, not so much with the people around me, but at the cause of it. But when you're able to move to that point where you can actually pray for the person and still wish them well, and wish that they have a change of heart and that they don't do this to somebody else's family, then I think that that's a point of healing that I have been able to arrive at. And I don't know if everybody gets there, but I've been able to arrive at that point, not to stay hindered in that anger, in the denial, and the other steps of grief. So I'm saying this because I'm hoping that we can take those layers of hurt, and we can take those layers of anger, that we can take just the grief off and really start to deal with ourselves, deal with the issues, pay attention to what's happening in our community, and suffer no more. Not suffer your brother for another homicide, or not suffer your child that is out here being crazy. Deal with the issues in your household,
and understanding that grief is part of your mental health. And understanding that mental health illness is a real illness.
Yes.
It's like your physical illness.
Mm-hmm.
So being aware of you and what's going on in your surroundings with your emotions, and if you are angry, not allowing your anger to take you to another step to act upon it in such a drastic, dramatic way to take someone else's life.
Exactly right. Yeah. And I know our children are growing up with this. I had seen a post on Facebook, and it was saying something about how people in the hood are suffering from PTSD. And I was like, wow, like that really is true. Like people are walking around traumatized, and there's different levels of trauma, and people are walking around traumatized and don't know how to deal with this.
Right.
I think that if we all can just really just let those numbers sink in, that Kansas City has been number 1 for the homicides in the United States of America, with I don't know how many other cities, that in the last 5 years we've had 608 homicides. In 2017 we had 500 blood to skin contacts.
Right.
We have had women being murdered. We have had children being murdered, and it has to stop.
Innocent bystanders.
Innocent bystanders.
I mean, they're looking for someone else, and the house is getting shut up, and there's a baby in there sleeping.
A baby.
So it's uncalled for.
It's ridiculous.
So you speaking of statistics, I know 2014, they was talking about like the lowest year for homicides.
In 2015?
2014.
14.
But to me, it didn't matter because I was affected. I'm one of those statistics for that year.
2014. Right. Right. So, Kansas City. There you have it. Let's do better for our children and our children's children. It's not cool. FYI, snitching.
You're a witness, not a snitch.
You're a witness, not a snitch. And we deserve better. And we can do better. So, again, the meeting that Miss Monique has.
Survivors Unite, the third Monday of the month at 7 o'clock at Margaret's Place on 72nd and Truce. It's a purple building. Just ring the doorbell and we'll let you in.
Okay. Thank you. And then, what else was that I want to ask you about? Oh, well, Miss Monique, she is at this moment in the process of fundraising, right? Has it commenced yet?
Well, actually, we'll walk them out of my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
It's my
I'm
annual.
excited for that.
It's my annual fundraiser. We come to the streets with our signs and flyers, and we bring resources to the community. Let people know about the different unsolved homicides. It's the first Saturday in April, so it'll be Saturday, April the 6th at 11 o'clock at Tower Park. It is the first Saturday in April because my son's homicide happened on the first Saturday in April. So it is in memory of him and the different homicides in the city, bringing funds to Mama on a Mission, and the funds go back to the families of the community, helping them with their funeral arrangements and services.
Right, yeah. So her organization, they actually do, so you guys can note that as well. And I know you're on Facebook.
Yes.
Right, Mom on a Mission. Mama on a Mission is MOMMA.
Correct.
And then I will as well post the links to her Facebook pages and things like that on the Dreammakers page. So you guys can find the information there as well about the grief group. I think we have.
You can actually go to my website. That's mamaonamissioninc.org. MOMMA on a mission inc.org. Or you can give me a call at 816-499-1214.
Thank you. And you guys just help spread the word about that she is in the middle of a fundraiser, April the 6th, and the information about how someone can register.
Yeah, it's all on my website.
There. Okay, awesome.
It's $25 donation. You'll receive a t-shirt, a raffle ticket, and they get out there with different resources in the community.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how far is the walk?
It's really a mile.
1 mile, okay. Yeah.
It may be even short, maybe a little extra. Depends on, how we go.
Okay, but that's going to be a great day, and I'm excited to participate. I know I have a group of people where we'll be supporting you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. So yeah, we have, again, the group today is at 7 p.m. at Margaret's Place, 72nd and Truth every third Monday. So if you guys can't make it today, then by all means, help spread the word about the awesome work that she's doing in our community, about the fundraisers, and then just the information that you're gaining today, hopefully, in regards to grief. So, is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Just that we are, Mama on a Mission is here for the community, for the families. We are here to provide the services for you. Everything that we do is volunteer work, is community service. We don't profit anything from this. Any money that we receive goes back into the community, goes back to the families of homicide victims, actually goes back to the funeral homes. They help pay for those services.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that you can do to help us, we would greatly appreciate it.
That's amazing. Okay. Well, Kansas City, there you have it. Just wanted to go over again. So we have denial, anger, what else?
Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance are the 5 stages of grief.
And acceptance. So the acceptance portion, we didn't talk about that. The acceptance. Then what would that?
Accepting.
Is that point of healing that you think?
Correct. Yes. I accept it. I mean, that it is now, my son is a homicide victim. My son is no longer here. I have to accept that. And with that acceptance, I have to understand that, you know, I need to move on. I need to understand how to move on and build upon that.
Right. There you have it, Kansas City. The movement is real. It's a lot of people putting in work out here, a lot of events going on, fundraisers, etc. going on. Please get involved however you can, whether it be with your time, whether it be with your talent, whether it be with your treasure. Please get involved. It will be greatly appreciated. Okay, and if we'll go to a break, we'll be back. Thank you.
What I was going to say is that usually we'll stop about 11:55. So I want to take this break and then you can come back and close the show out.
Okay, because I'm like trying to follow my notes.
Right. Did you have much more to go?
No, sir. We about done. That's why I looked at you and was like,
That's what I was thinking and stuff. So I said, okay, we'll put this little break in here, a promo. Then you can come back and tell them the next time you'll be on, or you know what that to close the show out.
Okay.
Like the name of the show. Stay tuned.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question, Miss? How did you make it through? Sorry for you.
I will make it through.
Yeah, but it's not visual. I got you off of that.
Yes.
They can't hear you or see you on Facebook right now. It's got this little screen showing the other shows that are on.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's fancy, Mr.
So
Willis.
that's what I was gonna say. But now we're coming back in 5 seconds.
But yeah.
All right, here you go.
All right, Kansas City. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, to Dream Makers Present Wealthy Minds, where we discuss legacy wealth and different issues in regards to the socioeconomic development of our listeners. Thank you so much, Ms. Willis.
Thanks for having me.
Ms. Willis, again, with Mama on a Mission. She is having the Survivors United class today. Again, it's Monday, every third Monday of the month, and it'll be at 7 p.m. at Margaret's Place, which is 72nd and Truth. Okay. And also her website, mamaonamissioninc.com. ORG, excuse me, mamaonamissioninc.org, where you guys can go find information about her fundraisers. So thank you so much. Listen anytime, KUAW.org, on Facebook, KUAW.org, and on Facebook as well as Dream Makers. Thank you so much. Blessings and peace all.
All right.
You took the video off?
Yeah, video's up.
Oh,
It's all stuff.
I'm not going to watch that one.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch it, man. That's how you critique yourself.
Right, that's what I was doing before. So that's how I learned how I need to say KUAW, tune in.
Yeah. I mean, it's going along. You getting it.
How many have you had? How many shows?
2.
Oh.